Hello and welcome to MMORPG.com's The List. My name is David Jagno, and this week I'm here to talk to you about 5 single-player games that could be great MMORPGs. First up is the post-apocalyptic RPG Fallout from Bethesda. Bethesda has already created an MMO out of one of their wildly popular single-player franchises, The Elder Scrolls, with The Elder Scrolls Online earlier this year. Games like Fallen Earth have already proven and shown proof of concept for a post-apocalyptic MMO, and it proves that people will play a well-made apocalyptic survival game. Now it's just a matter of branding. There are so many currently available games of the genre, but they lack the character and personality of the Fallout series, something that's iconic with the brand itself. The opening scenes of Fallout 3 are a great testament to just how immersive and engaging a game's world can be, even for a single-player game. I would personally love to see how they could implement the VAT system and concept into a real-time MMO, so consider me very interested. Number 4 is Halo. Hear me out here. I know that Halo is a single-player game with some competitive multiplayer modes. That doesn't make it an MMO or even a game that's a good candidate to be an MMO. I get that, but think about it. Not only did the game's creators go off to make their own studio that's actually in the process of making their own MMO shooter, but the game already has an established lore. There are novels, there are several games in the main series, and there are even more spin-offs. It isn't often that you get a pre-established franchise with so much background that's already established and actually compete with PlanetSide 2 for PlayStation. By taking many of the concepts explored in the more recent titles and creating a persistent world around them would be absolutely breathtaking. Thousands of Spartans banding together once again. That's truly legendary. Okay, so on its face, this one might seem like one of the weirder options, but number 3 is Infamous. One of the best and most popular MMOs of all time was undoubtedly City of Heroes Online in DC Universe, but none have really reached the heights of City of Heroes. The Infamous franchise is great not only because they are fantastic open-world superhero games with unique powers, but they have dual storylines. For example, the good ending of Infamous 2 is canon, and it paved the way for Infamous Second Son. But wouldn't it be awesome to see what happened after the evil ending? If you played the game, spoilers ahead if you did, the globe over with this power and creates conduits that virtually exterminate the human race. While that's a bit dark, it would be a perfect setting for a superhero MMO. You could start the game as a new conduit, exploring your powers, and then align as good or evil, and leave the rest up to the developers. Having thousands of conduits running around would be incredible. Number 2 is Pokemon. This is one that people have been asking about for years now. Nintendo has yet to make a truly great and fully featured console Pokemon game, but maybe it isn't too far off to consider. While a single-player game on the Wii U would be great in its own right, a large-scale MMO would be even better. Fans have been hard at work making their own projects that aim to capture the spirit, such as the one you see here, but a fan-made Pokemon MMO is just not the same as if it were made by the Big N directly. The opportunities are quite obvious. Start out as a new trainer in one of the many regions, catch Pokemon and make a name for yourself, enter into tournaments and join different factions, and just enjoy life in the world of Pokemon. There'd be a ton of room for customization and personalization, which is great for MMO players, and it would be the best Pokemon game that people could ever play. The Wii U is already getting a Dragon Quest MMO. If Nintendo is serious about saving their struggling console, then they should make a Pokemon MMO next. And finally, number 1, Mass Effect. This is the one that I would personally love to see the most. Not since Star Wars and Star Trek has there been a sci-fi universe as rich and detailed as Mass Effect. It's one of the most intricately crafted and deep video game universes of all time, and it would be absolutely perfect for the setting of an MMO. There are tons of different races and classes to be and planets to explore. The galaxy could be an endless sea of things to do. The only point of concern is deciding where the story should go. Would BioWare want to take the franchise forward into a post-Reaper society where the civilizations of the galaxy have to struggle to rebuild the mass relays? Or would they take things into the past and have it work as a prequel story, much like the Old Republic, their current MMO? form of an MMO. Being able to play as an Asari, as a Quarian, or a human, or a Krogan, or any of the other races and make my own destiny, that's exactly what I want out of an MMORPG.